And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. From the gun, Murray, and going deep for Hill. He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat, and I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Fields. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the comebacker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Throwing on first down. Fields. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10. Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's right. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Fields. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle, and they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll run it here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun, Murray. On target over the middle to Hill. A good pickup there, a 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Gun! 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 Gun!
On first down, Murray. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing on first down. Murray got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off play action. Fields. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Letting one go deep for a noon one. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Fields eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Fields. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Fields. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
first down. Murray looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Jets. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range. You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway. He called you laddie? He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Fields. Flush to his right. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So we have reached halftime here and a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Lucky 56.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake. Fields. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Gone!
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off play action. Fields. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off the play fake. Fields. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Let's go! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the blitz does come. He sets to fire deep. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
All right, try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40.
3-19! 3-19! Over! Hot!
And they'll go on the ground. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Darren Lee there to get him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
3-19!
From the gun on 3rd down. Murray escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot! Gun! 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 Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd down. Murray, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Fields. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Check 4, check 4.
From the gun, Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. And even 50 yards.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Chris Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Off play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Now let's go.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Gone, gone.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Throwing after the interception. Fields. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jets on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be a tough third and 18. From the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Gone!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. On first and 10, Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to the air on second down. Fields. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Operating from the gun, Fields forced out to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields out to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. 95 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone. Do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields, flush to his right. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Fields. They'll roll him out right. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now a handoff to Richard. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd and 2, Murray. And going deep for Hill. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun, Murray. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Raiders, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ayy, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and